Alright, so every time you guys have been updating your Facebook statuses, you've actually been creating a lot of complex sentences. Raise your hand if you know what a complex sentence is. I didn't think so. Okay, so you guys do it all the time. And so what I want to teach you today is how to do them correctly. So you're going to learn today what a complex sentence is, and by the end of this lesson, you're going to know how to form correct complex sentences. So for example, I'm going to read yours, Alfredo. So Alfredo said, to be a good actor is to talk with excitement. So this is an example of a complex sentence. And we're going to go over what a complex sentence is. And then Eli says, if you are a good actor, you have to not laugh, don't act weird, and you have to remember the words. Eli, you formed a complex sentence. And I know that right now we don't know what a complex sentence is, but in a couple minutes you will. So what I want you to do is open up your notebook to the next clean page. I want you to write today's date, which is April 29th. And I want you to title it Complex Sentences. It's spelled right up here for you. Have you ever heard, raise your hand if you've ever heard of a complex sentence. Okay, good. So we've heard of them. And I know you have before, especially in third grade, maybe Miss Ziegler or Miss Greenbaum said, okay, and today's target is complex sentences. So sometimes the names of things in grammar can get confusing, but you probably have seen them multiple times and you don't even know it. All right, so it says, in your writer's notebook, please copy this sentence. Even though I was late to class, I still completed my assignments. Now this sentence does need some editing, but I don't want you to edit it. I just want you to literally copy this sentence down. Go ahead. Even though I was late to class, I still completed my assignments. Just one sentence. And Alfredo, if you can't see, you can sit on the floor too.
Wait, so what do I have to write down? Just that sentence.
This sentence right here. The last sentence you copied had something wrong with it. Does anyone want to take a wild guess at what this sentence is missing? The green screen.
Green screen.
Take a guess. If you're wrong, it's okay. Juliana.
I think we need a comma after class.
After class, why do you say that?
Because it's like two sentences.
Ooh, interesting. So this, she says, needs a comma right here because it's kind of like two sentences. Thumbs up if you agree with her. Thumbs to decide if you're unsure. It's okay to be unsure. Okay. Juliana, you're correct. You are correct. So, what Juliana just said is when that sentence said, even though I was late to class, I still completed my assignments. That's kind of like having two sentences. But the first part of the sentence, even though I was late to class, is called a dependent clause. And where it said, I still completed my assignments, is called an independent clause. So an independent clause is sentences that can be by themselves. They don't need another sentence to complete them. So all independent clauses are just plain sentences. They don't need anything. So for example, I will be home soon is an independent clause. I love to eat pizza. Dogs are the best pets to have. What I would like you to do is just try it in your writer's notebook. I want you to write one independent clause. Then I'm going to pull your stick, and we're going to see if they are truly independent clauses. Remember, they're just plain sentences. With this, I don't need more information. I will be home soon. I understand that sentence. I love to eat pizza. I definitely understand that sentence, okay? So go ahead, take about 30 seconds. Come up with your own independent clause sentence. Here are the examples again. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. Title, right when you write when you write your independent clause, write independent clause next to it so you know why you did that. All simple sentences are independent clauses. Sentences that make sense, they give you enough information already. Yes. Oh, you actually don't need an apostrophe though, because the dinosaur doesn't own anything. Good job, Samuel. What is your sentence missing? Yeah, you can write those down as notes, but I definitely want you to come over them too. Right. Love the Dallas Cowboys. What? Just kidding. I like movies. You know what you could do? Instead of just having, you could have, I like movies so much. It kind of sounds a little, what we call awkward. So what you can do, yeah. So what you can just do is say, I like movies, period. That's enough information. Yeah, you don't need to fancy it up. I like hamburgers, me too. Now, even though these are independent clauses, they're sentences, so they do need the punctuation at the end. What? How do you feel about that? I don't either. I think he kind of looks weird. He looks like he's like a jock, right? Perfect. Oh, good. Well, as long as you like the Broncos too. Perfect. Soccer. Good. You guys all understand it. Yes. I love. Well, if you don't know what you love. I want a banana. Good. You wrote two? Good. Make sure there's a period after here and here. So they're two separate sentences. We went to the zoo and loved dogs. All you gotta say, we went to the zoo, period. That's an independent clause. Xavier, did you figure it out? All right, turn to your neighbor and share your independent clause. Go. You all accomplished what you needed to accomplish, but we still want to hear from others because I know this side of the room probably did not hear anything from this side of the room. So real quick, Isis, share your independent clause. Love to ride horses. Good. Alexa. Guinea pigs are adorable. Sammy. I like movies. Ivan. I like trees. That's really good. I'm happy for you. Okay, perfect. Xavier, would you come up with? I love boxing. Perfect. So all of your sentences were independent clauses. They still need periods at the end. They still need capitals. They're still sentences. All right. Now, a dependent clause. So far, we've learned what independent clauses are. Now, for a complex sentence, you need a dependent clause as well. Now, a dependent clause are sentences that cannot be by themselves. It wouldn't make sense. So you guys just play around with plain, good old sentences that are called independent clauses. They make sense on their own. Dependent do not. They need another sentence attached to it to make it complete. So, for example, I was late to school would be the independent clause. It's by itself. It makes sense. However, if you started a sentence and it just said it was awful, period, we don't know what was awful. So that's called a dependent. It needs that independent. So it would be structured like I was late to school, comma, it was awful. Another example. I felt sick today, comma, from my stomach. You can't start a sentence by itself saying from my stomach. And then I understand fractions, comma, not decimals. Again, you cannot start a sentence with not decimals. No one's going to know what you're talking about. So these are dependent clauses, the underlined sentence. So what I want you guys to do now is that independent clause you just wrote, you all had a period at the end of your sentence. I want you to erase that period, put a comma, and I want you to attach a dependent clause to your sentence. That is very complicated. So what is that? Again, a dependent clause is a sentence that cannot be by itself, Jaden. So real quick, look up here. Jaden, if I was just to write an independent clause and say I was late to school, period, that's good. But I want you guys to add a dependent clause. Adding on another short sentence, Jaden, that can't be by itself. Like I said, we can't have a sentence that just says it was awful, right? So that's a dependent clause. It needs to be attached to a sentence. Try it. It's going to be difficult, but I think you can do it. Let me come over. Go ahead. Think about what you can add to that sentence you just wrote. Yes. Perfect. And then what does it say? I like PSG. And what you could do, so now while you're waiting, what I want you to do is add on to the I like PSG, okay? And do a dependent clause. Okay. Guinea pigs are adorable. Now what I want you to do is add on a short sentence that can go with it. So for example, share yours to her. So what can you add to dinosaurs are cool, comma. Well, what's your favorite dinosaur? All of them. Well, what could we say about a specific dinosaur? Dinosaurs are cool. Stegosaurus is the best one. Or dinosaurs are cool, comma. Brachiosauruses are the best, though. Are fat.
They eat 22 tons a day.
Yes. Jose, the king of complex sentences, says, I like to play soccer, comma, it is awesome.
This has chocolate. Not mine. I like football.
Jaden and Jose are on the same level. I love my dog Tito, but I think you did a compound sentence, or you did a fanboys. So in complex sentences, you don't need to do a fanboy. So what you can do is, I love my dog Tito, comma, I think he's too cute. That would be a complex sentence. So real quick, Isis just did something great. She added a fanboys word. Complex sentences don't need those. Okay? With the fanboys words, those are compound. I like trees. So get rid of that but. Get rid of that but. My dog is sick. She puked. My dog is sick, comma, she puked.
I didn't want to know that.
That's gross, and I feel so bad. But that is exactly a complex sentence.
I did not want to know that.
I like movies, comma, they are cool.
Why are you recording?
I love hamburgers, comma, love hamburgers.
I like
What kind of hamburgers do you like? What would you like on it?
I like you.
What's a normal hamburger?
What?
I don't know. You know what I like on my hamburger? Everything you can imagine. Lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, mustard, ketchup.
Mustard.
I love onions. Extra pickles.
I hate pickles.
So what you can say is, I love hamburgers, comma, only lettuce with the meat or something like that. Figure it out. Figure it out. So I love to play soccer with my friends. It'd actually just be one long sentence. So I love to play soccer. But with actually what it makes, by having with, it's not complex. It's just a normal, simple sentence. So figure out, don't say with, but maybe I love to play soccer, comma, my friends and I play all the time.
Why?
I love trees yellow.
I love
I love trees, comma, ugly. So what you love ugly trees? Is that what you're trying to say?
I love trees, ugly.
Or you could say I love trees, comma, they are ugly. are fluffy. Guinea pigs are adorable, comma, they are fluffy. I love Dallas Cowboys, so that's a compound. You used a fanboys at the end. So figure out how you can do it. Raise your hand if you feel like you have a complex sentence right now. Perfect. I'm going to pull your stick. Don't be scared because all I'm going to say is if you by chance don't get this correct, I'm just going to tell you the correct way. Or someone else will. Dulce, what did you write? And please include the comma with it.
We went to the zoo, comma, it was great.
Perfect. We went to the zoo, comma, it was great. Angel, what's your saying?
I want a banana, comma, to eat.
See, when you say I want a banana, ooh, that one's tricky. Because you could do it like that. It may need a little bit more information on the to eat part, but you did more of what is just a normal simple sentence. So, Giselle, what did you say? My dog is sick, comma, she cute.
That was awful.
Aurelie, what did you say?
I love to write comma in my notebook.
Perfect. Okay, so I love to write in my notebook is more of a simple sentence, but don't worry, you guys are going to see a lot of examples. So get excited because I'm going to show you the best cheesy rap video to how to do complex sentences.
Rap video. Cheesy. Go, cheesy.
So take a guess, a dependent clause can't stand as its own sentence at all. Like after I broke a promise, that's one example of dependent clauses. It does not express a full thought. Like even though I said sorry a lot, dependent clauses start with the subordinating conjunction. They link clauses, that's their function. Like because, while, when, the if, even though, since, until, the unless. Or they start with the relative pronoun, like who, which, that, kid, you know now. Since I'm a dependent clause, I can't stand on my own at all. If I link with an independent clause, will be a complex sentence before long. Since I'm a dependent clause, I can't stand.
Notice that's a complex sentence.
If I link with an independent clause, will be a complex sentence. I know you dependent and independent clause. Both types of clauses can't get along if you link them. It's a complex sentence, Like, after I lied, you wouldn't return my calls. After I lied is the dependent clause. The independent clause is you wouldn't return my calls. Complex sentences have both parts. Dependent clauses can come at the end or the start. If it's at the end, you don't want a comma to separate it from the independent clause. Like, you didn't want the drama to stop, even though I said sorry a lot. You can see I didn't need a comma between because my dependent clause was at the end. If it's at the start, set it off with the comma. Like even though I said sorry a lot, comma, you didn't want to end all the drama. So now I'm getting hugs from my mama, and I don't know what's gonna come next. Life's a life sentence and it's so complex. Since I'm a dependent clause, I can't stand on my own at all. If I link with an independent clause, will be a complex sentence before long. Since I'm a dependent clause, I can't stand on my own at all. If I link with an independent clause, will be a complex sentence before long.
All right.
She was calling her.
Not right
He
now.
was calling her.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but that's probably going to be stuck in my head all day. Okay, so we're going to practice just by talking. We're just going to practice by talking, forming complex sentences. You can choose to focus on one picture and form a complex sentence. You can combine them. That's me. That's Henry. And that's Enzo. And that's Augusta Tabor. We all remember who she is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, and that's the Beebs. Charlie getting the golden ticket. Peyton Manning. This is actually his retirement, like right before he announced it. And that's Michelle Obama. So I know. So, for example, you're just going to turn to a neighbor and you're just going to play around with complex sentences. So what I could say here is, even though Peyton Manning retired, comma, he is still my favorite quarterback. Okay? So go ahead, talk with each other and try to form some complex sentences. I'm going to be coming around and then I'm going to pull some sticks because I want to hear them.
She's dead already.
What?
Michelle Obama
Oh.
is the president.
No, you're talking about Augusta too. Okay. What do you think? What could we say about me and my dogs?
He gets it. What's you?
Yeah. That's Henry and that's Enzo.
That's Henry.
Miss Mom loves her dogs, comma, she kisses Henry a lot. I do. My little baby.
That's Henry. That is not small.
No, he's not. He's 85 pounds.
Yay! What are they called?
Enzo. Enzo's the bulldog, Henry's the lab.
Henry.
That's a compound. Yes. Really? Black lab? That's a yellow lab.
I have a yellow lab. She's
But
fat.
what about his voice? His voice?
Miss Bomb, this
Alright,
makes
conversation
it
too
look
close
so
in
much farther.
3, 2, 1.
This makes it look so much farther.
Alright. When Peyton Manning retired, comma, he made an announcement. That is awesome. Good job. Ivan. Even though Justin Bieber sucks, comma, he still sucks. Okay. Juliana.
Miss Bomb loves her dog. She kisses Henry.
Miss Baum loves her dogs, comma, she kisses Henry a lot. Giselle.
Miss Bomb kisses her dog, comma, he licked.
Ooh, Miss Baum kissed her dog, comma, and he licked her. He was, I don't know, look at that face, he loved it. What is a complex sentence?
I got one. Peyton Manning is cool. He is the best cutie.
Good.
Comma.
Where's your comma? So read it again and just tell me what your comma is.
Peyton Manning is cool, comma, he is the best.
Peyton Manning is cool, comma, he is the best. Perfect.
QB.
Alexa.
Justin Bieber's ugly, comma, he's still ugly.
Oh my gosh, Justin Bieber's ugly, comma, he's still ugly.
Charlie got the golden ticket, he still remains ugly.
Ooh, even though Charlie got the golden ticket, comma, he still remains with it. That's a good word, remains. Angel.
Peyton Manning announces retirement. It was sad. Comma, it was sad.
Perfect. Peyton Manning announced his retirement, comma, and was sad. What about you now, Eli? Ooh, Miss Baum loves her dogs, comma, she kisses him. Good. Carlos.
Even though Justin Bieber is bad, comma, he still thinks good.
Perfect. Okay.
Even though Miss Bomb likes them better than all of us.
So even though Miss Baum favors Henry, comma, she still loves Enzo. How about that?
I thought it was going to say Miss Bomb loves. I know.
Michelle, that's just a simple sentence, but you could probably form that into a complex sentence. Okay, so now that you guys have practiced together, here's your exit ticket. On a piece of notebook paper, I have some notebook paper, thanks to Dulce. Please write about your favorite memory. If you want to write something different, you can. I just gave you something just in case you didn't know what to write about. You can think about your favorite past memory, write about it, but make sure you please include 3 complex sentences in your story, and I want you to underline them so I can see it right off the bat. So any complex sentence you have, underline it so I can see it. Like I said, if you do not want to write about your favorite memory, you can write about something different. Make sense?